So it's less than a week until my 30th birthday, and I'm starting to get quite excited. Like, I'm a little bit nervous because my family's coming up, but I'm hoping to get some good reading done as I've got some annual leave starting on Wednesday morning, and just kind of excited for my birthday, which is a rarity because I usually get kind of sad around my birthday. It's currently Sunday, the whatever date Sunday is, and I am sat outside the mass vaccination centre as B is finally getting his vaccine. We found out that they are doing walk-in appointments, so that's just what he's doing. Probably should be here for a little while as I've got to wait for him. So I think I'm going to read some of Triflers Need Not Apply and just kind of enjoy this slightly overcast but dry, nice Scottish summer day really. Oh, also I went to TK Maxx today and got some Halloween things which I'm really excited about. So B got his vaccine yesterday and it seems like he's got the side effects that pretty much everyone that I've spoken to's gotten, that he's got like a really heavy arm, he can't lift it above that point, that kind of thing. But he's been a really good sport about helping me get the flat in order. Like, I don't think it was so bad, but I get kind of overwhelmed and then don't know where to start, so end up not starting. So he's been a great support. At the moment he's gone out because we bought some stuff from TK Maxx and had to return it unfortunately. So he's done that for me and I am at home just relaxing. I finished Triflers Need Not Apply by Camilla Bruce and I really enjoyed it. I don't know why it took me so long to get through it. But in the end, I got the audiobook on Audible to kind of help me push through. And I'm so happy I did because it's not taken me that long to finish it. And I did end up really enjoying it. I think I was just in a weird frame of mind. Maybe it's because I was having to read it on my phone. But it's finished and I can now move on to more books on my TBR, which I am really excited about. I think I'm probably going to read The Dead in the Dark next, which is my buddy read with Shannon. It's, I don't know what to think of it, but I'm really excited to actually pick it up. And she came up with a good name for it. I think she thinks we should call our buddy read Bookish Besties Brunch or something, which I'm obsessed with. So what we're planning on doing is kind of a midday live show, either at the end of a month or the very start of a month, where we have brunch, like maybe get some mimosas, some croissants, and talk about the book, which sounds like a lot of fun. So means we definitely have to actually read our buddy reads. But I think for now I'm going to play a bit of Pokemon. And I guess I'll check back in later. I just remembered that I was a bit of a tease the other day. I mentioned that I'd gone to TK Maxx and got some stuff from their Halloween range, but then I never actually showed you what I got. So I'll start off by showing you these two mugs I got. So this one I got in TK Maxx and I got it at the same time as like one that had like a pug on. And it's a little bit bigger than the other one. So it's like a double wall glass, so you can use it with hot and cold drinks. And then this one I got in HomeSense. Because in TK Maxx I was like, why is there no kitty cats? And then they've got a couple of different like Kit Kat ones. I'm sorry, my softbox is reflecting off this. But you can see it's like a kitty cat, that kind of looks a bit like a bat, and you've got all these pumpkins around it. I can't remember what the other kitty cat one looked like, but I just thought that was cuter, and it looked more like my own kitty cat. And then I've got two very cool like random decorations. Speak of the devil, my kitty cat's just come in the living room. So I got these really cool decorations. So we've got this one, which kind of looked like a sort of bi-coloured skeleton, which I loved. And this one has like really luminous eyes. Look at that. And because those eyes light up blue, it just reminds me of Death from the Discworld series, which I didn't know when I bought it that it would have those bright blue eyes, but I think that's so cool. And then we've got this, which, I mean, it's shaped like a book. How could I not get it? And this one I think lights up multiple colours. Let's see. Is it going to show up? Yeah, you can kind of just about see. It's not really picking up much. I think because I've got my softbox on, you can't really see much of the light. But you just about see it light up in the hollows of the eyes. So that's pretty cool as well. And I think the current plan is possibly to put them on my bookshelves at some point. When my parents come up at the end of the week, my dad's going to bring up extra shelves for my bookcases, so I need to do some reorganising then. So I'm like, there's no point putting them on the shelves until I reorganise. And then the last two things are pieces of soft furnishing. So I've got this fleece, which I think is like massive, and it's got this repeating pattern of like multi-tonal skulls, which I just thought was lovely, and it feels so soft. And then just because we have a skeleton cushion, and you can see it's got a kind of hollow iridescence. I'm not sure the correct word for it, but you can see it has like almost a multi-tonal to the colour. So that was my TK Maxx haul. Well, a mini haul really, but that's what I got from TK Maxx the other day. Today is simultaneously the first and last day of my working week, because I'm only in for one day and then I'm on annual leave for 7 days, but like it's not 7 days consecutively, it's like 3 days this week, 4 days next week, because obviously my birthday's on Saturday. So when I was like awake at half 1 this afternoon, I was like, you know what, might as well. I only have to go in for one day. So I've finished Killing a Dead Man, and I wasn't impressed. I was just generally bored by it. There wasn't, like, I don't think there was anything inherently wrong with it. It just didn't capture my interest at all. And it didn't help that I was using the text-to-speech function because I wasn't interested, but I also like didn't want to DNF it. I don't know why. It didn't feel like a book that I would DNF. So I was using that to get through it quicker. And like I kept falling asleep. It was boring me that much. And then I'd wake up and like I'd be able to pick up no problem. Like I wouldn't have to backtrack at all. So it was like so little was happening that I could literally fall asleep and not feel like I'd missed anything. Which is not great, but at least I've been able to actually take a book off my TBR this month. Because I know like my buddy reads and my ARCs and stuff have technically been on my TBR, but in terms of like the core 8 books that are on my TBR, like this is the first one I've actually been able to tick off. I am about halfway through the Vampire Archives, and really, really enjoying it. But I have no idea what time it is right now. It's 3:30 now. So I've probably got about 2.5 hours before I need to start cooking. I could start later, but then I've got to eat later. And I've prepped strawberries for a treat for after tea. So I'm a happy bunny. And now I've got 3 books sitting next to me and I'm not sure what to pick up. So all 3 of these books were on my TBR. And they all seem to be similar size. I imagine Rumesa is going to be the quickest to read because it's a middle grade and I believe it's got pictures in it. I think it's also, yeah, it has. It's got a few pictures, not many. I think it's also kind of like an anthology. Like, I don't think it's one through story. But then, like, I'm really interested to pick up The Ocean at the End of the Lane. And obviously my buddy read is staring me down. Like, I might end up just doing a random number generator and seeing which one comes up. Number 1. Number 2. Or number 3. Let's random number generate. Yeah. I know I could screen record, but it feels like a lot just for this. Okay. So, should we generate 3 and then we'll see what order it wants to read in? Right, so generate numbers. So I'm reading, oh, rubbish. I'm reading The Ocean at the End of the Lane, then The Dead in the Dark, and finally Rumesa.
Sometimes found where it all fell apart. 'Cause I've been losing my mind. Hell, I've lost my heart.
I feel like I've been trying to read for hours and I just can't get my head into it. Like, so I picked up The Ocean at the End of the Lane and I am on page 44, 45. I think I'm enjoying it. It has a decent amount of mystery to it. Although I didn't realise it was adult. Because, like, it follows kids. So sometimes you don't realise the target demo. But there's death of an animal 13 pages in. So definitely be aware of that. And I think things are just going to get darker from there. So I'm just having trouble like focusing. But because I've got work tonight, I'm probably going to get a good chunk of reading done then. I think part of why I'm not able to focus as much as I want is because I was like scrolling through TikTok earlier. It's on a 30-minute timer, so like I can only watch 30 minutes of TikTok a day. And I just happened to see that someone had commented on a video that I'd made, the only video on my TikTok, because I don't use it as a creator, I just use it to watch stuff. And basically they were questioning my gender, and I'm like, I don't owe you androgyny. If I say I'm non-binary, I'm non-binary. It's not up to you to decide what you think I am. And it's put me in such a funk. So I'm kind of mad, but also it just makes me really uncomfortable. I just wish people would keep their dumb, bigoted comments to themselves and leave me alone. Oh yeah, I should probably add, I made the TikTok completely for myself. If no one had seen it, that would have been perfectly fine by me because it wasn't for anyone but myself. So, like, you don't have to comment on my video. I don't care. Like, I don't care enough about you to care about your interactions. Just leave me alone. I actually can't remember if I've done an update today, but I am maybe about halfway through The Ocean at the End of the Line, and I'm still not quite sure what to make of it. It's giving me kind of Coraline vibes, which makes sense because that's also Neil Gaiman. And otherwise, like, I'm not really sure what's going on in terms of like the bigger picture. Like, I can follow the plot fine. I just don't know where that plot is going. But I think I'm quite enjoying it, and I'm glad that I've finally gotten around to reading it because I think I've had this book for like 5.5 years. And I'm just kind of chilling, and I'm trying out. I got myself some of the Karma earplugs from Flair, so I'm hoping they can kind of help with noise sensitivities, which I've been getting quite a lot recently. So hopefully they'll help. So right now I'm having a spot of breakfast whilst I do some video backups because, you know, that needs to get done. And whilst I'm doing that, because I don't need to focus on anything, I've got the Vampire Archives. It's like a 63-hour audiobook on the go, and it's an anthology of many, many vampire stories. And I've been really, really enjoying it actually, because all the stories seem to have like a different flavour to them. But I will say that it's quite frustrating that I feel like the stories don't have room to breathe. Like, a lot of the stories seem to have like quite a shocking ending. And then I don't know if it's the speed I am listening to it on, but it feels like you go straight from that ending into the next one, and I don't get enough time to absorb what's actually happened. But it's still a really enjoyable audiobook, and I'm surprised how much I'm actually enjoying it given how long it is, and that it's intimidated me for so long because it's so long. Ugh. Wow, that wasn't a very good sentence. Don't know. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. My alarm's going off. But yeah, I am going to get back to my breakfast. And oh, one last thing. I've just had notification that Redemptor is on its way. So it looks like I'm going to get it early, which is like, it's like a birthday present from Waterstones to me. Annoyingly though, because my family's up this weekend, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to get a chance to read Redemptor, which is so frustrating. Then again, if I can get my flat in order today so that I don't have to do anything ahead of my parents coming up tomorrow, I could literally just sit and spend the day reading tomorrow. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty solid plan. I think I'll do that. So I'm randomly scrolling through Instagram stories, and this one, well, I suppose they're a booktuber actually, and they have a great perspective in general, but they're talking about the whole like HP situation that's going on at the moment with, like, I don't even want to give it breath. But yeah, I'll insert a tiny little clip of what they've been saying because it's kind of bang on. It's here! Yay! Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to reread Raybearer yet, so I'm not going to be able to read it immediately, but also my family's arriving today, so I probably wasn't going to be able to read it today anyway.
I don't want to just randomly come on here and be that one person, but that's what I'm going to do, right? Aside from all of the, discourse about J.K. Rowling being transphobic and, all of the tension in the community surrounding that, right? Like, that's one thing. But, like, was Harry Potter that serious for you? I mean, like, okay, I read this series and it's great. I liked it, but it's not all that. Like, it's not the best. Like, people act like if it's the best thing that's ever been written and there's nothing better or anything could compare.
It's a 5 to 5 on the 13th of August 2021, and I am down by the river because I decided I wanted to try and catch the last sunrise of my 20s. It's looking a bit overcast, so I'm not sure if I will actually get to see a sunrise, but I'm crossing my fingers. The sunrise is in about 35 minutes, so I'm just looking for a good spot and then chilling.
My tears are salty streams, tributaries that feed the blue ocean of my soul, to wash the lies we left untold. There's a world of colors I don't understand. My life is monochrome without your hands. I used to live in technicolor by your side, and through the darkness your light would shine. Without you,
I'm currently wondering if I in fact got the time of the sunrise correct, because look at that, the sky's looking, so it keeps like white balancing, the sky's looking vaguely pink behind me, so I may actually still get to see a sunrise. But regardless, this has been a really nice walk. It's really peaceful. I love bodies of water. I managed to read by the river as well, which was nice.
I'm a shipwrecked sailor on an unforgiving sea. I'm calling out, but I'm trapped in misery. And
Apologies, I'm a little bit backlit. This seemed like the best place to set up my tripod. I always forget how much I truly love walking by the sea or walking along the river, seeing the sunrise. There's something so peaceful and tranquil about this, especially when I've seen a grand total of 2 people in the hour and a half I've been out. I don't actually know how long I've been out. I've seen more bunny rabbits and swans than I've seen people. And it's the little things like hearing the burbling of the river, hearing the bird song. The fact that there's no artificial light around here as well. And also, so I've got the river behind me, and now I'm just going to show you what's on the other side of the camera. So as you can see, on the other side of the camera, we've got this lovely kind of forest setting. Like, just how ridiculous is this area? I feel like I need to come back and explore more.
tries to swallow me, but I don't wanna live like this. I'm tired of being colorless, and I know there's more.
Please excuse that I've literally got a t-shirt on my head. I've just had a shower. My sister has basically confirmed that she's coming up to, which I had a kind of inkling. I don't know if she'll be bringing her other half, but that also wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You ever think about it sometimes? Found where it all fell apart. 'Cause I've been losing my mind. Hell, I've lost my heart. Don't know when or how it got so messed up. We started off so damn right, but you left the place that we called love. I still remember that night. Yeah, yeah.
It's my birthday. It's almost 11:30 at night now, and I've had a really nice, a really chilled out day. And then we went for a nice meal, and it's just been generally lovely. And now we're gonna have birthday brownies and hopefully get some nice photos with the candles. And it's just generally, I'm so happy. I got absolutely spoilt today. I got near enough the complete Terry Pratchett Discworld library. I'm not sure the proper name for it, but the cloth bound Terry Pratchett's. I got this beautiful bee necklace off my little sister. Trying to think what else I got. She drew me, or possibly used oil pastels, some gorgeous pictures. B got me some really cool stuff from Killstar. So I've just generally been absolutely spoiled rotten, and I'm so happy.
What would you tell yourself if you could turn back? I would tell younger me, take the time that you need just to breathe. Back then when we never had a worry, we were so naive. When I was a younger girl, I wasn't so hardened by the world. Why did I wanna be older? Now our youth is over. I've got low hopes, I have little to no expectations. Whatever happens is gonna happen. I can't believe I grew so cold. We spent our whole lives wanting to just grow up. Can't turn back the clock. I used to have so much love. Now I'm so cynical. My past problems don't seem so cruel. Family barely had enough to get by. I used to think the limit was the sky. My imagination seemed to fade away, and I know I've seen better days. Wanna be innocent again, seen too much, and I've lost a lot of friends. Never liked to watch my tongue, said what I wanted just to anyone. I miss being a kid, I never should have focused on trying to fit in. Being different was something that I should have cherished. I regret not listening more.